And this is 15-minute budgeting for non-geeks. My name is Cornelius Henderson. I'm the managing partner of Cooperative Solutions LLC. We're a real estate development firm based out of DC, and you can locate us at isyourmoneylazy.com. Quick disclosure: the information presented in this video is for educational purposes only, should not be construed as tax, legal, or investment advice. Whenever making an investment decision, please consult with legal, tax, and accounting professionals. All right, budget is not a four-letter word, and hopefully you learn that. When most people think of budgets, unfortunately, they think of limits, constraints, boundaries, restrictions, and quite honestly, something that only geeks do. You know, budgets are really important, and this is I'm really not a big I'm a big budget person, but I'm a big allow freedom person. Hopefully, this comes through in the budget that that we've put together on how to put together this quick budget. The importance of a budget is to be a roadmap. You want to get to that pot at the end, and the budget allows you on a daily, weekly, monthly basis to put those small darts on the board to get to that end pot. That is the sole purpose of a budget. All right. Four steps to your budget. We're going to run through these real quickly, then we're going to go in detail. The first step is your income. Next step is kind of the linchpin of all this is your priority allocations. All right. Third is your required expenses. And then fourth is your personal and luxury expenses. Okay. Uh, let's step into step one, income. Essentially, you're going to write down your net monthly income. All right, it's the first step in your budget. So if you're paid weekly, you're going to use four paychecks. If you're paid bi-weekly or semi-monthly, you use two paychecks. On the bi-weekly, you technically get two. There's going to be 2 months where you're going to get three paychecks in a month. You cannot think like that. That's got to be extra money. You've got to focus your budget, and this is when I was working, I got paid every 2 weeks, and this is how I was. It's a quick thing where you're able to put money to the side when you stick to that budget, and then you get that month where you get 3 months. It's like getting it's three checks. It's like getting uh, three tax returns throughout the year. Although you shouldn't want to get a tax return, just go with the example. This is really important when you're doing a budget. You want to force yourself to stick to, just the two paychecks. All right. So this is kind of a template that we have right here, and in the rose-colored box, basically I'm putting net W2 forward slash business income. This is the actual template that I use. I've modified it kind of significantly, changed the numbers. It really just made it a lot more basic, and simple. But this is the way I break it down or whatever. And it may look intimidating at first. All you have to do is put in the if you want, I can send it to you. The sales in the first cell in January, you just put your W2, your take home income. Nothing fancy. This is just the amount of your check on a monthly basis. All right. And if you have business income, it's how much you allocate to yourself out of your business every month. Number two, and this is really, really important, you deduct your priority allocations from your income. These are usually based on your income. A good rule of thumb is 10% for each. You want to create separate accounts for each and make the allocation as automatic as possible. So, what are priority allocations? The first thing, just kind of, if you are a whatever you believe in, um, you tie. A lot of people tied, or you give to charity. It's the first thing I do personally. I give 10% away because it's something that I believe in giving back. I think you get what you give back into the world. Why my universities, I'm kind of one of the more generous givers to them, and as well as other organizations throughout town. I think this is just an important rule of thumb. You can ignore it if you want, that's fine. But for me, it's automatic. it comes out every month automatically, and it's based on the 10% of the money that I'm bringing in. All right, your savings. Now, when we talked about, some people have 401k savings, and that's above that, what we're going to be talking about for this budget. You may not have this level of savings here. If you're not putting in 401k, you're 10% above that, your net income, with your take home income, then you definitely want to be putting away 10% of your money into an account for this purpose. Although I'm putting money above the line, below the line, I send 10% to ING. It's already set up, it's automatic. It comes out based on a time schedule. Automatic. This is a priority allocation. Spending account. I believe you should reserve 10% to do whatever you want. This is really, really important. Some people on a budget, they think, oh, I have to limit. You would drive yourself crazy. And I'm really big on this. You should put 10% to spending whatever you want. Going out dinner, a lot of times you can't fully limit yourself. Your budget will easily break if you do not have the ability to spend some cash and just go out and have some fun. So that's your first. You'll see right up under your income, you have your priority allocations, and in the formula here, they're all is basically based on your income, and they're each 10% of your income. You're gonna plop those in really quickly. That's really simple. Now, this is going to be probably take the most time. You deduct your required expenses. You're going to review your bank statements or your credit card statements for these. When I say required, these must be paid or needed for survival. Like, your hair appointment is not required. You may think it's required, but it's not required. So, you may find a way to budget it in, but just understand it's not a required expense. Examples include rent and mortgage and utilities, food and transportation, and any required debt payments that you have. So let's go back over here, look in the rose color section. You got rent, mortgage. I personally like to break it down by each bill so you're not forgetting anything. Your groceries, toiletries. For like in DC, I take the metro, I take cabs, and I use a service called Zipcar often, so I budget for that. Car payment, insurance, medical. I believe you should always have medical reserves for co-payments, and if you don't spend that, then that money goes back into the pot. And then your student loan or any other debt that you would have in here. All right. And step four, the final step, is you want to deduct personal expenses. This is personal and luxury expenses. Once again, review your bank statement for these, and I call them personal and luxury because these are things you can live without, although you may not want to. I'm not gonna lie. Examples include your gym membership, your cable and internet. You can live without it. And matter of fact, I encourage people to, if they're strong enough, to go without the cable. It's it's That's a big expense. And the final thing is a shopping budget. I didn't include it in the purposes of this example, but in my own personal household, we have a shopping budget because we like to shop and we got to keep it under control. So when the dollars go out, the dollars go out. It's a separate account, kind of like the spending account. I have a separate spending account. It's with Wachovia free account. When that money is gone at the end of the month, it's gone. There's no more going out. It's just that simple. If I run out or whatever, and that's how you stay disciplined. So looking at it right here, just in the rose color. Once again, we got gym membership, cable, and internet, and that basically is gonna total up all of our expenditures. And for the purposes of this budget, we have a surplus that should just simply go to your savings account or remain in your at the end of the month. That should be transferred over to your savings account. All right. In conclusion, really quickly, do not be intimidated. This is a really simple. Once again, what I showed you is really, really simple to put together. You just do it, and it's basically just a roadmap. The key is those priority allocations. Creating a separate. A lot of banks will give you a free account. Make your spending account, separate, so that you know how much you're spending every month on, going out, things of that sort. It's really, really important. Again, definitely want you to like us on Facebook. Search Is Your Money Lazy? And also visit isyourmoneylazy.com for more free financial education and resources, and videos, ebooks. We've got a bunch of information for you on that website. Look forward to working with you. Stay tuned for another video in the future.